Hello YouTube, this is Necrostevo and you're watching one of my narrated Wi-Fi battles. Hope you all are having a good week. It is 4:30 a.m. on a Tuesday morning where I am, and it just finished storming outside a little while ago, so I'm doing pretty well. This match is a choose your trainer match I had from that tournament a little while ago where I chose Dhalia as my trainer. It's against Chris, one of the admins on the Pokemon Melbourne Australia team. His trainer is actually Jasmine, as you could probably tell from the Steelix. And of course, I'm still running the good old Dhalia team. So I start off with Jade. I really like using Lopunny as a lead. Here I was expecting him to set up Stealth Rocks or maybe go for a Roar. And so Magicoat, since I outspeed, is going to bounce those back very nicely. So I get Stealth Rocks on his side of the field without carrying a Pokemon that can use Stealth Rocks. Here I figured he would either go for Stealth Rocks again or maybe go for Earthquake just to get in some damage. So I switch in my Zapdos. This is actually a defensive Zapdos. It's bold, and it has as much HP and defense with a little bit of special attack that I could give it. And I know he has Rapidash with probably Flash Fire, but I also thought that he might want to set up his Stealth Rock. So I went for Heat Wave first, and then now knowing that Heat Wave is going to kill him while he stays in and sets up his Stealth Rocks, now is a good time to switch up my moves, because I really don't want to give his Rapidash a free Flash Fire boost. So Rapidash is going to switch in here on the third turn of the match. Takes a quarter of that HP for Stealth Rock damage, and I actually decided to go for the Thunderbolt just because I expected him to switch. Not even necessarily to Rapidash, but to something that could take the Flash Fire, the Heat Wave a little bit better. Now he does go for the Flare Bullets, but like I said, this is a defensive Zapdos, and here you get to see just how well I take it. It doesn't even do half. And I actually predicted that he was just going to go for Flare Bullets, and so I roost on the turn that he kills himself. So it's the beginning of the match, and I'm already up 6-5. But you guys know me, I don't post matches unless they're really, really good, so just because I'm up in the beginning of the match doesn't really speak anything. So he's going to send out Metagross now. I figured I could take anything he wanted to do, especially I didn't want to risk switching out and him setting up a Rock Polish or something like that, or a sub. So I'm just going to stay in and Thunderbolt. I didn't really want to risk missing with Heat Wave. He actually goes for Meteor Mash, and I dodge it, but me being defensive and resisting that, it probably would not have done very much damage. Here, expecting him to maybe go into Steelix, now that he knows I'm going to Thunderbolt, I went ahead and went for the Heat Wave, and then of course if it hit, it did kill. So that right there is going to give me a 6-4 lead. Slowbro comes out now. Slowbro is of course gaining popularity because of his wonderful regeneration ability, which I think is actually a lot better on Amoonguss, but that's just me. I just hit it with a clean Thunderbolt. I was afraid that Steelix might come back in there, which is what I think he was banking on, because of course Steelix would nullify the attack completely. But I'm at a point in the match when you have this much momentum on your side, you don't really need to overpredict too much. And so that right there kind of helped me out with Slowbro here. Now here I was actually figuring that he might switch out because he can get the regenerator boost and get a third of his health back. And so I was tempted to go for Heat Wave, but I really didn't want to stay in and have that not kill with him having the Calm Mind up, because he could always just stay in and slack off. But he makes a good prediction there as he calls my attack, because I have been varying them up a little bit. And here, I Thunderbolt, predicting him to switch back into Slowbro to get the regenerator boost. But he predicts that and goes for Dragon Tail. So we have a nice little bit of prediction pants being worn here by both of us. Although, if I could, I would wear prediction shorts. They are much more comfy and easy to wear. But you know, prediction pants, you put them on when you can. I do get roared out into Medicham, not a big deal. This is a little bit of a weird Medicham. It has Fake Out, High Jump Kick, Bullet Punch, and Ice Punch, I believe. And I carry Life Orb on it. So normally the priority makes up for it not having Scarf, which is what I'd say 80% of Medicham normally have, Scarf or Choice Band. He brings back in Slowbro after I just High Jump Kick the Steelix, and now I'm just going to High Jump Kick the Slowbro. I was actually expecting him to switch out right there, but High Jump Kick just has a ridiculous base power. Pair that with his ability, Pure Power, and that high attack, and it's going to do a ton of damage. Now he brings in Scizor here. I was expecting him to Bullet Punch me right in the face, so I didn't really want to take that. Medicham, while powerful, is pretty frail. So going back out into my physically defensive Zapdos is going to be the way to go for right now. Now, I figured he would just bullet punch, but he actually swords dance, and that kind of scared me a little bit. Um, Scizor is normally walled by things like Zapdos and Gyarados, uh, relying on bullet punch and bug bite, which both of those guys resist completely. But with the few swords dance underneath its belt, it can become pretty threatening. But fortunately, since I'm physically defensive, I take that pretty well. And even with me resisting that, that did a pretty good chunk, about a quarter HP damage, even after the stealth rocks. So I'm able to take out Scizor with the heat wave. And it's interesting that my physically defensive Zapdos Sturm is doing so much. He's just doing so much on the offensive side. He isn't really toxic stalling anything. He's more on the offense. I wasn't sure if this Magnezone was scarfed, because if it were scarfed, I was thinking maybe he would have brought it in earlier in the match. And it's not really telling that he outsped my Zapdos, because my Zapdos is bulky and he doesn't have speed. So here I bring in Medicham. I was actually expecting him to switch. I didn't really know to what, but for whatever reason I didn't go for Fake Out. I just went straight for the high jump kick. And he's just going to take me right out with Thunderbolt. And now that I'm pretty sure he's scarfed, I know I can outspeed him with my Scarf Togekiss. So I was just going to come in with Togekiss, go for the Flamethrower, hope that that would be enough to finish him off. Scarf Togekiss is a lot of fun, because I don't like relying on the flinch chance of Air Slash, especially with trying to paralyze and stuff. It's nice when you get it, but it's the same about as relying on Hypnosis. But outside of that, it also gets Aura Sphere and Flamethrower, which is great coverage, and then if you just need to, you can trick it off to something, the Choice Scarf. Unfortunately, he barely lives. I really should have sent in Togekiss first, gone for the Scarf Flamethrower, and then sent in Jade the Lopunny, or even my Medicham, and then I could have finished him off with a sliver of HP. Of course, since I'm at full HP, this is a max HP, max speed Lopunny, I believe, so I don't think it has any attack investment at all. Its only attack is Return, just to show how much it loves me. And I'm actually able to finish off Magnezone with the small amount of HP that it had left. And that was a really close match. I think the only thing I had left was Empoleon, which, while it was specially defensive, it may... No, I had Ludicolo left, that's right. So, which, of course, Scarf Magnezone would have outspent my Ludicolo before I put the rain up. But anyways, that was a fantastic match. I hope you guys enjoyed it a little bit more. You guys can tell when I'm on my game and I'm facing more skilled people. You gotta get the prediction game going on there. But I hope you all did enjoy it. I hope you all have a great week, and I will see